Hello everyone. In this video we'll actually sort or we'll try to actually merge two sorted arrays. Linked list. Okay. So the question at hand is this was the thing that we did in the previous video. Let me just clear it. So we will be given two sorted arrays, linked list. Okay, example 1, 2, 8, 9 and null example, and then again 3, 4, um, 3, 4, 10, 11 and null. Okay, we need to actually merge these two. These are actually sorted. So what should be the output? We should actually eventually get 1, 2, 3, 4, then again 8 will come, then 9 will come, 10 will come, and then 11 will come, and then 1. So this is actually what we're expecting, okay, as the output. So how will we actually achieve it? Okay, this is the question. Okay, so let's actually we will just try to actually understand while we code. Okay, it will be much more better, I guess. So, or should I explain it now? Okay, let's just code and then we'll try to actually understand each and every part of the code. Okay, whatever we'll be writing, whatever we'll be writing. Okay, so let's just go into the code. So let's just create. So obviously even this will be returning us a pointer head, right? And then let's write it merge function. Let's give it merge. Okay, merge, and it will actually take two something linked list, right? So node star your head one, node star your head two. Means it has two linked list. Will be given two linked list. First and foremost condition. What should be the first condition? If any one of the linked list is null, that means the answer should be the other linked list, right? If example my head one equal null, then obviously the answer should be the head two, right? Because head one is actually null, right? Similarly, if my head two is null, then what should be the answer? Head one, yeah, right. Simple. These lines. Obviously, if example like I have been given, right, this is my h1, like, and there is no this is not okay, this is not it. So and then I'm given null. That means the answer should be this, right? So if h2 is null, then answer should be this. And if in case this is h2 and h1 is null, so the answer should be, if h1 is null, h2 should be the answer. Okay, so I guess it's very simple, it's clear. So now in case if these two are not the case, that means even head 1 is not null, even your head 2 is not null, that means obviously both the linked list contains some data, right? Now our task is actually to calculate those. So before calculating, we need to actually find our new head, because they're gonna actually merge, and then again we'll be returning it. So we will be requiring a new head. So let's just take a new head as new head. It's actually a pointer of node type. So, and initially we'll just try to keep it. Okay. Second is gonna be your tail pointer, because we don't want to keep on traversing. So I think you know why we'll be requiring this tail of new head. Okay, this tail, and eventually it will be done. Okay. Now what we need to check? We need to check one thing, but before checking, let's just keep the. Let's create this temp equal to, and obviously you know why we're creating, and let's check if in case your temps data, okay, temps data is less than your head one's data. Okay, temp is your temp. Where is it? Temp is basically your head one thing. Okay, so if your temp one data, and let's for that matter take one more thing, that is um, temp 2 to head 2. Okay, so if your temp data, or just say temp1 data is less than your temp2's data. That means obviously which is less, your temp1 is less, right? So we'll try to actually reinitialize your variable, that new head, with temp1. Clear? Clear, right? I'll just tell you what I'm saying. So this was it. Okay, so right now we are trying to actually point this with temp1 and this with temp2, right? So we're checking the temp1's data. Is it less than your temp2's data? Yes. Then if it is less, then this is going to be our head, right? The new head, this will be actually the new head that will be pointing to our final answer, right? New head. So your new head is going to be your this part, right? One. So one is actually stored in temp1. So this is what we're doing. New head actually equals to temp1, and also your tail is going to point to this, your new head. You'll know why we'll be doing it, right? So that we don't keep on traversing every now and then. That's how we actually implemented our this function, this input take input function. Remember, we took a tail function, right? Right. So I hope you got why we'll be requiring this tail function, right? Now, since your head one is already ahead, so what we will be doing, we'll actually try to temp1 is gonna move one step ahead. Okay, temp1 equals to temp1's next, right? Simple. Okay. If in case this is not the case, then obviously what would have happened is your temp2's data would have been smaller. So let's just copy the same thing. This will be pasted. Just this thing's gonna be changing, right? Okay. So I hope these lines are clear. Okay, from 52 to 64. Okay, now what comes? Now let's just check whether your temp1 and this 2 at the same time they are not null. Okay, so we are just checking the condition. If both of them are not null, so what we need to check, we need to check if your temp1's data is less than your temp2's data. What we need to do, what we need to do, if your temp1's data is less, so obviously it's going to be part of our head, right? So your new, or basically we can write here tails next. Now you know why we're going to use the tail. Tails next is going to be your temp1, right? And now tail will actually point to your temp1. Simple. Tail is going to be your temp1, and obviously we're going to move temp1 as temp1's next. What did we do? Okay, what did we do? Let's just understand what we did out here. Okay, here. So in the previous case, temp1's data was, so let's just try to make a new this. Okay, so temp1's data was actually 1 and temp2's data was 3, right? So what we did was we actually created a new node, okay, new head, and it was actually pointing to this part, this node, right? So whatever one was there, it is pointing to this, and even your tail is pointing to this, right? Now what should be the next element? Your next element is going to be again what we did was we actually moved temp1 from here to this, right? Now what we're doing, again we're checking temp1's data with temp2's data. Which is smaller? 2 is smaller. So obviously 2 should be our part of our linked list, right? So tail is also pointing to this. So what we're doing is tails next. What you do is you put the head temp1's data, temp1, okay, from this line, right? From this line, tails next temp1, and now again tail will point to temp 1, so that next time when we will try to insert, we don't have to traverse the whole of the linked list. Okay, so next what we need to do, now tail will not point here. Tail will not be pointing here, tail will point here now, right? Tail will point here now, and also your temp is gonna point to temps next, right? Temp 1's next. Now what will happen? Now again temp 2's and temp 1's data will be checked. Now in this case temp 2's data is smaller, right? So temp 2's data will be put in tails next. So tails next, what should be there? Temp 2's data. What is temp 2's data? That means temp 2 node is 3, and again tail will be shifted here, and your temp 2 will be shifted from here to here. Now temp 2 is pointing here. This is making sense, right? I hope it's clear. Let's implement first this part, and then we'll come and implement the other parts as well. Okay, so in case this is true, then that's great. In case it's not, else what we need to do is, your same thing is gonna happen again. Just the same thing, but just add temp 2, right? And temp 2's gonna be temp 2's next. Simple. Till here we have implemented, right? Okay, now we are checking actually if one of them is null or not. This is here, this is this one. Okay, so now again what will happen, again it will be checked. Okay, again it will be checked. Now again 4 and 8 will be checked. 4 will come here, tail will point here, right? And here temp 2 will start pointing here, right? Temp 2 will start pointing here. Now again this will be checked. Now 8 will be coming here, 8, right? And again tail will be pointing on 8. Again temp 1 will be pointing on this temp 1, 8 will be, right? And again what will happen, what will actually happen eventually, again 9 will be pointing here, 8 will point here. At this point temp 1 is null. Now temp 1 will come and point at null. Okay, as soon as temp 1 comes and point at null, what should be our case? That means your loop, you'll be coming out of the loop, either one if they are null, right? If one of this is null, what should be the answer? If just try to think. So our temp 2 is pointing here. Don't you think that whatever is left behind, since the linked lists are sorted, so whatever is been left behind, it should come and just join here. 10 will come here, 11 will come here, and null will come here. Simple. As soon as one of them gets empty or that is null, that means whatever is left inside the other linked list, okay, it will just come and join, it will just come and get joined inside the new linked list. Okay, so what I'm saying is this, we will be doing this. So see, if one of them is null, then it obviously anything inside the loop will not be executed. So we'll come out of the loop and we'll check if we have no idea which of them got this null, right? So we'll come and check if temp 1 is not equal to null. Okay, it means temp 1 is not equal to null. That means whatever may be the value, temp 1 is not null. That means your tail next should be temp 1. Done, right? Everything came and just got joined, right? If in case that's not the case, then your temp 2, right? So as we were doing, tails next equal to temp 2. Understood what we were doing? Like see, in case here temp 1 got null, so we came and we checked, is temp 1 null? Temp 1 is not equal to null, then do this. That means temp 1 is null, so obviously this will not be done, right? That means this line, either this or this, only one of them will get executed. Okay, so in this point, at this point, this is not gonna get executed because temp 1 became null, right? And temp 2 is still pointing to this 10. So what we did was we came and checked, is temp 2 null? So temp 2 is not null. Okay, so it's not null. Then what you do is, since we had our list till 9, right? We had our list till 9. So you just come and inside these tails next just come and join temp2. Okay, and rest is already joined. This part, whatever you do, this part just come and join. Okay, at tails next. Okay, this is something that we did, right? Simple. I hope you understood how we have joined them. So after doing all of these stuffs, what do we need to do? We just need to return our new head, right? New head. Simple. Okay, this is the thing that we will be doing. Simple, I guess. Let's try to actually run it so that to see whether it's working or not. Before running, you even call it. So let's just call it. Go see, and just let's we don't have to call the new function. Okay. So before calling, we need to have two of our linked lists, right? So let's create one more. Let's add two equal to the same thing. Go C, control V. Okay, add one. So we have two of this, two of them. We have two of them. We won't be printing them. Okay, we'll print at the end the last. Okay, so after these two, what we can do is node. Let's take the return head, new head. Please let's take an head, new head equal to merge head 1 and head 2, and after merging them just print them. Okay, print, that means print your and head. Okay, let's run it and let's see whether it's working or not, or we have made some errors. Let's just check that thing. Just give some more value so that you won't be getting confused. Okay, we have one error. Let's check. Okay, while temp1 is not null and then temp2 is not null, right? Temp2 is not equal to, and your this next, what is this? Null was not declared here. This writing. Just give me a second. This next is null. Okay, let's take the inputs. First, let's take the input as the same thing that we took here. Okay, it is 1289. Okay, so 1 2 8 9 minus 1. Okay, and the other is, what is the other? The other value is 3 4 10 11. So 3 4 10 11 minus 1. What should be the answer? 1 2 3 4 8 9 10 11. The one that we actually 1 2 3 4 8 9 10 11. So I hope how this actually happened and then how it took place, right? For dry run, let me just do a quick dry run. So in the beginning, both of them will be my, so in the beginning, temp1 was pointing here. Just change the color. Temp2 was pointing here, right? Temp2 is pointing here, right? We came and we checked the data. Okay, we just came and we checked the data, and which was smaller, one was smaller. So we allowed a new head to point to 1. This is, I don't know why I'm different writing. What's wrong with the writing? This is your temp 2. Okay, and your new head is actually pointing to 1. New head is pointing to 1. Okay, and then this is actually now will be moved one ahead. This is now temp1. Again the data was checked, then 2 came into picture, again 3 came into picture, and this started to point like this, right? After that 4 came into picture. Now again this was moved on this, and again 8 was here, again 10 and 8 was compared, so 8 came into picture. Again this was moved on 9, So now 8 and 9 and 10 came into picture. 9, this became like this. Now one of them became null. This was temp 1, which got null. So as soon as one of them got null, the others will be copied as it is. So 10 was copied, 11 was copied, and null came in. Just got copied. I hope you understood how we coded this question. Okay, thank you.